Understanding evil. Insights from Stoic philosophy. Evil, though often defined or described in many ways, remains an elusive and abstract concept. In Stoic philosophy, we are taught to understand human nature and approach life's challenges with calmness and reason. However, when faced with evil, its presence is often undeniable, making it something we can feel long before we can logically comprehend it. A malicious person doesn't always need to openly reveal their true nature. Their harmful intentions and cruelty inevitably manifest through their actions. When evil enters your life, you can sense it instinctively. Your intuition picks up on it even before your mind has a chance to analyze or question what's happening. What makes it particularly unsettling is that evil doesn't just exist in dark, unknown places. It can emerge in the very spaces we consider safe, such as schools, places of worship, or even within the homes of close friends. It often wears a mask of normalcy, remaining hidden until its impact becomes undeniable. Understanding evil is no simple task. It can't be neatly packaged into terms like immoral or cruel, as these words are often open to interpretation. Yet, when evil realizes that its true nature has been uncovered, it usually reacts in predictable ways. This article explores 7 behaviors often displayed by malicious individuals when they realize their deceit has been exposed, drawing on Stoic wisdom to guide us in navigating such situations with clarity and resolve. 1. Reinventing their reputation. When someone's malicious intentions are exposed, their first instinct is rarely to admit wrongdoing. Instead, they often try to reshape how others perceive them. Reputation is a powerful tool, and evil individuals are well aware of this. They will often attempt to rebuild their image by denying their past actions, blaming circumstances, or presenting a more sympathetic version of themselves. For example, a colleague known for dishonesty and manipulation may suddenly change their behavior, sharing personal struggles or claiming they've changed for the better. This is rarely a genuine transformation, but rather a strategic move to confuse others and make them doubt their initial perceptions. As Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, wisely stated, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By attempting to change how others think about them, they seek to regain control of the narrative and avoid accountability. 2. Unsettling energy and vibes. Human interactions are not just verbal, they also involve an exchange of energy. Sometimes being around certain individuals evokes an instinctive feeling of discomfort. Your gut tells you that something is wrong. This isn't mere superstition. Even science acknowledges how energy and emotions affect our perceptions. When malicious individuals realize that you've seen through their facade, their behavior becomes more calculated, and their negative energy becomes harder to ignore. This unease isn't paranoia. It's your intuition picking up on subtle cues. They may invade your privacy, monitor your actions, or create an oppressive atmosphere, all in an attempt to reassert control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, people are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. By staying calm and composed, you can resist their attempts to unsettle you. 3. Compounding lies to hide the truth. A lie, much like a web, becomes more tangled the more threads are added to cover the original falsehood. When malicious people are caught in their lies, they seldom admit to them. Instead, they spin even more lies to obscure the truth. Lying to avoid accountability or for personal gain reflects not just dishonesty, but also a deep fear of facing reality. As Epictetus wisely said, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Those who lie trap themselves in ignorance and denial, unwilling to confront the consequences of their actions. Fourth, opportunistic behavior. Malicious individuals often reveal their true character through their timing. They tend to appear in your life only when there's something to gain and disappear when you need them the most. Before their intentions become clear, they might seem like dependable allies, but as you uncover their true nature, their opportunism becomes increasingly obvious. Rather than forming genuine connections, they treat every interaction as a transaction for personal benefit. Stoic teachings encourage us to see this behavior for what it is and distance ourselves from such toxic influences, focusing instead on building meaningful, reciprocal relationships. 5. Belittling and making you feel inferior. One of the most damaging tactics employed by malicious individuals is to belittle others and erode their self-confidence. Their remarks might appear harmless at first, but their intent is to make you feel inadequate and dependent. This tactic weakens your sense of self and makes it easier for them to manipulate you. Stoicism teaches that our worth is not defined by others' opinions, but by our own reasoned judgments. When faced with such attempts to undermine you, a Stoic would remain unshaken, recognizing the manipulative nature behind the words and refusing to internalize them. 6. Playing the victim. When confronted, malicious individuals often pretend to be unaware of the harm they've caused. They may play the victim, shifting blame onto you and making you question your own feelings and experiences. This is not just a denial of responsibility, but an effort to distort reality. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own reactions and judgments. By refusing to engage in their psychological games, you maintain your clarity and preserve your sense of truth. 7. Manipulative control. Manipulation is a hallmark of malicious behavior. Under the guise of concern or care, manipulators subtly undermine your independence, exploiting your insecurities, fears, or desires to make you dependent on them. To counter manipulation, Stoics emphasize the importance of setting clear boundaries and maintaining self-awareness. True happiness, according to Stoicism, comes from inner control, not external validation. By adhering to your principles and refusing to succumb to manipulation, you preserve your freedom and strength. Final thoughts. Malicious individuals often rely on deception, manipulation, and control to achieve their goals. However, Stoic philosophy offers us the tools to confront these challenges: calmness, clarity, and self-control. Ultimately, no one can disturb your inner peace unless you allow them to.